In preparation for the Jimmy Carter Work Project in March 1999, test builds were done in General Santos City and Dumaguete City, two of the JCWP work sites in the Philippines. Japanese student volunteers worked in the General Santos City House, while Filipino volunteers participated in the building of the house in Dumaguete City. The first test build was done in General Santos City on the second week of August 1998. Day 1 started with 15 workers on site. Work began at 8 a.m. Concrete hollow blocks were piled and preparations for columns were done up to 11:30 a.m. At 11 a.m., walls were already erected up to the 7th concrete hollow block level from the floor. Pouring of concrete at corner posts and window jamb installation were made from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. At day 2, installation of fabricated window jambs were continued from 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Between 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., concrete hollow blocks were piled on top of the lintel. From 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., concrete hollow block piling up to the last tier were made. At day 3, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., roofing works, door installation, piling of concrete hollow blocks at comfort room and its septic tank, plus flooring and lavatory works were done. From 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., trusses and purlins were erected. Between 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., partial installation of GI sheets were made. From 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., fascia boards and GI sheets were installed. Between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., jalousies were installed. From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., lavatory works were done, complete with a built-in cabinet. At day 4, site cleanup, final touch-up, and evaluation of the completed house was made. On the third week of August 1998, a similar test build was done in Dumaguete City at its newest habitat site, Bahum Pandan Phase 3. By 8 a.m., the skilled workers and the volunteers have already gathered at the site. Each day started with devotion, followed by instructions. Main construction equipment used consisted of 1 unit, 1-bagger concrete mixer, 8 plastic containers or pails, 8 trowels, and 4 shovels. The manpower requirement consisted of 1 team leader, 2 mason, carpenter, and 17 volunteers. Before day 1, preparations such as site clearing, floor layout, digging of foundation, pouring of concrete at the foundation, soil compaction, and installation of scaffolds were done. At the start of day 1, flooring had already been completed, and between 8:15 a.m. to 9 a.m., concrete hollow blocks were piled up to the lintel level. At 10:15 a.m. to 12 noon, forms at corner posts and mid-support were installed, followed by the pouring of concrete were made. Everybody took a lunch break at 12 noon to 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., windows and door jambs were installed. At 3:15 p.m. to 5 p.m., the forms at lintel were installed, followed by the pouring of concrete. The speed of the piling of the concrete hollow blocks depended on how fast the volunteers gathered the concrete hollow blocks from the stockpile. At day 2, removal of all forms for posts and lintels were done. Between 8:15 a.m. to 9 a.m., concrete hollow blocks were then piled on top of the lintel up to the 4th tier. At 10:15 a.m. to 12 noon, forms at topmost lintel were installed, followed by the pouring of concrete. From 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., installation of nailers and anchor plate were made. Trusses, purlins, and rafters were erected and installed between 3:15 p.m. to 5 p.m. The construction progress at the end of Day 2 was significantly evident. At Day 3, installation of GI sheets roofing and ridge roll were done at 8:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. After the morning break at 10:15 a.m., fascia boards were installed. At 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., all scaffolds were removed. At 3:15 p.m. to 5 p.m., windows and doors were checked and rectified. At Day 4, final inspection and assessment of the whole construction work was made between 8:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. After the break time at 10:15 a.m., general cleanup and beautification of the completed house and the surroundings was executed. After lunch, a house dedication was conducted for good tidings, prosperity, and cheer to the new homeowner. Under the scorching heat of the sun, we marveled on how the house progressed from Day 1 to Day 4, as we closely watched the volunteers hammer each nail, piled each hollow block, and installed each window. Indeed, so much can be accomplished if more people come and heartfully offer their hands to help. Finally, we were indeed so happy for the family because after 32 years, they now have a simple and decent home they can proudly call their own.